Board of Commissioners, today is Tuesday, February 24th, 2026, time 6:01 p.m. I'm calling the meeting to order. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Vice Mayor Smith?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to dispense with reading and approve the minutes from February 10th, 2026.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Ackery,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Downing. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comments.
Roll call.
We have, I'm sorry. Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Ackery,
Here.
Commissioner Downing,
Here.
Commissioner Smith,
here.
Commissioner Tebby,
Here.
Mayor Washington.
Here.
We have our quorum and are duly qualified to conduct business.
Okay. So, protocol, do we have to do the minutes motion again? Are we now, you guys to study this? Okay, here we go. I will entertain a motion to dispense with the reading and approve the minutes of February 10th, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Downing,
Second.
second by Ackery. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comments. First person up is Mr. Mohammed Ahmed. And I just want to, it's Mohammed, oh, there you are, I'm sorry. I just want to remind Mr. Ahmed that we ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes. Typically, the Board of Commissioners do not ask or discuss the topics that you may bring forth. However, they may ask for clarifying questions. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Good evening. As you mentioned, my name is Mohammed Ahmad, 729 Edgecliff Road here in Covington. I'll be brief. Selfishly, I wanted to take this time to honor an American patriot and hero. His name is Aaron Bushnell, and tomorrow, February 25th, marks the 2-year anniversary of his death. For those who don't know, Aaron Bushnell was a 25-year-old active-duty United States Air Force senior airman who died, as I mentioned, on February 25th, 2024, after setting himself on fire outside the Israeli embassy in Washington, D.C., which he did as an act of protest against our complicity in the genocide in Gaza. His last words before he set himself on fire and tragically perished were, quote, "I will no longer be complicit in genocide. I'm about to engage in an extreme act of protest, but compared to what people have been experiencing in Palestine at the hands of their colonizers, it is not extreme at all. This is what our ruling class has decided will be normal. Free Palestine, free Palestine, free Palestine." With that, I just want to take a moment of silence to remember Mr. Bushnell and his service to this country. May his memory be a blessing, and may we all find the moral courage to stand for what's right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your comments. Seeing no other names, this concludes public comments. We'll move to the next section on the agenda, which is presentations. Director of External Affairs, Senior Counsel Sebastian Torres. Mr. Torres, I understand you're going to be making a presentation on 3 resolutions. After each resolution, the commission at that time will then decide action. Go right ahead, sir.
Good evening. I believe I had a very short presentation, 1 slide per resolution, but it looks like PowerPoint's not going to cooperate with that, so we'll just get rolling here. So there are 3 pieces of legislation which were part of my previous email legislative update that you all received. The first of which is Senate Bill 112. That is sponsored by Senator Craig Richardson out of Western Kentucky, and it has to deal with short-term rentals. This piece of legislation seeks to preempt all city ordinances for every city within the Commonwealth dealing with short-term rentals. So specifically, this would preempt density-based regulations, which is what we, as the city of Covington, decided to institute after 4 years of public meetings and public discussions regarding the issue. This bill previously was filed in the House last session. It actually passed the House, and the Senate did not take the bill up. So it was essentially a failed bill come the end of session last year, but now it has been refiled by Senator Richardson, and there are talks of it also being filed in the House. Some of the concerns that we've received from property owners in relation to this issue, first off, the limiting of housing stock due to out-of-city corporations purchasing homes simply to turn them into Airbnbs, which oftentimes results in, frankly, boutique hotel districts where there is little to no activity between Sunday and Thursday, and the only times that people are staying in them are over the weekends. During those weekends, you'll see an influx of vehicles come into those areas because of the numerous people staying within the Airbnbs. And here within the city, we previously have had issues with emergency response being necessary due to parties and other activities at those Airbnbs being occupied by people who have come into town for whatever special event that they were visiting for. The city did find the right, I would say, found the right balance with these Airbnbs and other short-term rentals like Verbos through a public process over several years, and it would be my recommendation to pass a resolution opposing this preemption of local control, and you'll see a draft resolution in front of you to that effect.
Any questions for Mr. Torres? I'll entertain a motion, a resolution of the City of Covington Commission opposing Senate Bill 112, which seeks to preempt or limit local government authority by restricting the city's ability to regulate short-term rentals.
I make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Ackrey,
I'll second it.
second by Commissioner Tevy. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Next up, we have a resolution in front of you in relation to the Economic Development Incentive Retention Act. This was listed in your legislative update as House Bill 495. House Bill 495 has since been withdrawn, but a new version, Senate Bill 237, was actually filed today, and a companion in the House will be filed tomorrow. The changes between the original House Bill 495 and this new version are that while the original House Bill 495 was expansive in language, this new version specifically seeks to allow the city to retain occupational fees related to employees who spend 30% or more of their time within the city, are related to a corporate office location, which features 1,000 or more jobs associated with it, and which has previously received the benefits of an economic incentive to that corporate location. The general idea being is that the city, in the wake of remote work, has still had to supply municipal services to those corporate office locations despite remote work being instituted. That building may be sitting half the time vacant because those employees may spend 50% of their time at home working remotely out of a home office. But we still have to fully staff fire, police, and other municipal services to that building and the surrounding infrastructure. Likewise, the citizens of Covington also made an investment in that property being placed there, whether that be through job development incentive, where we forego certain amounts of payroll, or where we went ahead and actually made infrastructure investments such as building a bridge or a road to that property. I'll specifically note that there's one employer here which would fall under this bill that the city has lost over $10 million in occupational fees related to due to their remote work practices in the wake of COVID, and they had previously received economic incentives. So again, this bill was recently refiled as a new, sharper version today, and a companion will be filed. Representative Stephanie Dietz did file this piece of legislation in response to our request, and we really do thank her for it. So I'd like to ask that you consider passing this resolution to support this action.
We need to add these to the agenda. Go.
Any questions? I do have Commissioner, Commissioner Tebby, sorry.
Who's the sponsor of the Senate bill?
The sponsor is Senator Jay Williams.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. Without objection, we're going to add these resolutions to the agenda. Seeing no objection, the resolutions are added to the agenda. I'll entertain a motion for a resolution of the City of Covington Commission supporting the Economic Development Incentive Act, which seeks to ensure that local government continue to receive occupational license fees, revenue necessary to provide municipal services to incentivize corporate office and facilities. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion,
second.
Acri. Second, Downing. Discussion. You know, this is one of those things that, you know, we do as the City of Covington, as we're trying to entice businesses to come to our community. And what our predecessors have done is they, you know, have reduced the payroll tax to get headquarters and large businesses here. And sometimes no fault of their own, the large businesses, because of the COVID situations, had workers work from home. Well, that has a direct impact on our budget. And, you know, we make a promise to our community that by giving a corporation a reduced tax rate, that they are going to be full partners with us in our community when the taxes become to the full rate. And we're not seeing that under the current work from home. So with that, that's why I'm supporting this resolution. And will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Acri?
Aye.
Commissioner Downing?
Aye.
Commissioner Smith?
Aye.
Commissioner Tebby?
Aye.
Mayor Washington?
Aye. Resolution passes. Next.
Lastly, before you is a resolution in relation to House Bill 612, which seeks to impose taxes on alcoholic sales and preempt local government authority. This piece of legislation is out of the Licensing and Occupations Committee. It is sponsored by Committee Chair Matt Cook. He is seeking to place a 4% sales tax, essentially, on every alcoholic beverage sold within the city, and to limit the city's ability to place a certain level of taxes on those sales. Currently, some cities are grandfathered in with the ability to have taxes of 3 to 9% in some places. This bill actually seeks to limit those, but in a disproportionate way. Say that if the City of Covington, which currently does not institute those taxes, wanted to, that it would be limited in the amount in an unequal portion. Likewise, it seeks to actually place the 4% broad tax for the general fund onto all alcoholic sales. We have received numerous complaints from businesses, bar owners, restaurant owners who are saying, frankly, that a 6% sales tax with a 4% additional fee on top would kill their margins. They are already being harmed by supply chain shortages, already in an industry with very small margins, and they view this as just another nail in the coffin as they're struggling to make by, oftentimes small business owners who really do pour their heart and soul into their businesses. That being said, I will just provide a little bit more feedback and say that this is part of an overall strategy by the legislature to restructure alcohol laws in the state. That said, this bill was very much kept under wraps. It was not supplied to the public until recently, and only filed, I believe, within the last 10 days. So there really hasn't been a lot of time for public input on this legislation, and it would be my recommendation at this time to oppose it.
Any questions? Commissioner Acri?
Director Torres, have they said why they want to increase it 4%? I mean, is there
It's my understanding that they want to shift taxes off of wholesalers. And the argument is that shift would then cause the overall price to actually drop on each alcoholic beverage. And when I brought that to a couple of restaurant owners, they said, yeah, sure, the wholesalers are going to keep every single cent of that, and at the end of the day, the consumer is going to have to pay that extra cost.
Commissioner Smith.
Just a couple things. Obviously, I'm a local business owner that owns a bar that would be impacted by this. And for that reason, I'm ultimately going to abstain from any vote here, but I am going to share from personal experience the gravity of the impact of this. So one, when you're looking at, and I am an alcohol beverage law attorney, and when you're looking at the tiers, most of the representation politically at the state level is from, I would say, the KDA, which is the Kentucky Distillers Association, which represents manufacturers. And then you've got the wholesalers. And then you've got the mom and pop shops. Those are the retailers. And what's happening is this tax is being assessed to the group with the least amount of power to fight back on the tax. So I've seen the bill come through. I've been affiliated with the Restaurant Association and the retailers, and we don't have giant representation. So that was what was proposed, is to, hey, let's reduce wholesalers, and they will then thereby reduce their rate to the bars. So the way that it works, if folks don't know, when you go through the three-tier system, retail bars and shops, we have to purchase from wholesalers. And whenever that happens, we are assessed a tax from this group to cover their costs, and then we end up having to pass it to consumers. So their logic is, we're going to reduce that cost to the wholesalers, and they're going to reduce that cost to us. If you are a business-minded person, you know that's not what's going to happen. It's going to remain. So right now, with that additional 4%, there's a sales tax at 6%, the 4% that you're mentioning, and some cities already have a 5% tax imposed. So you're talking a 15% tax on gross receipts for small businesses. And you're talking about that tax at a time when it's incredibly difficult to run a small business, particularly in this area, and when the industry itself is seeing some huge issues. And I would encourage not just this board, but every city within this state to say no to this and recognize that there are not enough advocates for the small mom and pop shops that are the retailers to navigate this and speak up. So I just want to applaud you for doing this and bringing it to light, and our board for even paying attention at the state level to come and say these sorts of things and bring them to light. So I just wanted to say, one, thank you, and I am here all day to answer any question that anyone has about any of this. And I will tell you, not just from an attorney perspective or a business owner perspective, but a legal perspective and a political perspective, everything that's happening in the background. So I just wanted to make sure that I share that with you all, because a 15% gross tax on any small business and even a 10% one is huge, and it will be passed to our consumers, which ultimately means that they are not going to buy our products. That's all. Thank you.
Any more? Okay. Without a doubt, it'd be a gut punch for our businesses. Covington's known for its small businesses, for our restaurants. We're an award-winning city. With the construction going on the interstate, with the bridge closing, this would be a gut punch to our city. We don't need this. And, you know, to Vice Mayor Smith's point, anyone that thinks that the wholesalers are going to reduce their prices is they're not a capitalist. That's not going to happen. So with that, I'll read a resolution of the City of Covington Commission opposing House Bill 612, which seeks to impose taxes on all alcohol sales and preempt local government authority. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion Acri.
I'll second.
Second Downing. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Acri?
Aye.
Commissioner Downing?
Aye.
Commissioner Smith?
Abstain.
Commissioner Tubby?
Aye.
Mayor Washington?
Aye. Resolution passes. Thank you, Torres. Yes.
On the first.
Yeah, we don't have to. I just, yeah, we're okay. Yeah, we're cool. Unless you guys want to do it, but I think we're all right. Yeah, we're cool. Madam City Manager?
Good evening. I have two updates for you this evening. First one is on the 4th Street Bridge. By now, hopefully, everybody has heard that March 2nd, Monday, that bridge is coming down. There is a secure zone, and there's a map of it on the ky8bridge.com website that shows where the secure zone is. All of those portions of the streets are going to be closed at 9 o'clock. up until about 10:15 or so. The bridge is supposed to come down at 10:01. That's the broad plan. So I just wanted to encourage everybody to please go to that website. There's information posted, FAQs, call KYTC. Our comms team has done a great job of reaching out to the neighborhood specifically and sharing information that we have. So I would just encourage everybody to look at that information. The second thing I wanted to share was on the 12th Street Bridge. We did inform you last time that we were going to meet with KYTC to look at the traffic counts for the 12th Street Bridge, and we have been able to do that. And KYTC has come back with a couple of options, one of which seems that it'll work best for our community, which is to force all traffic moving from Newport into Covington to take a right and go on to 11th Street in order to go south. The other option, which was to remove the stop sign at Wheeler going from Covington into Newport, is really not an option for us because I think it was installed in the first place because there was a lot of speeding, people trying to get to the light and moving into Newport. So we are going to go back to KYTC and encourage the option of making everybody go right. It will take a little bit of time to install all the traffic controls necessary for that, but just want people to know that we are working on that. Thank you.
Any questions for the manager? Seeing none, thank you, madam. Will the clerk please report?
An order authorizing the mayor to execute a memorandum of agreement with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to establish funding support for drainage improvements along Euclid and Highland Avenues and community infrastructure and aesthetic improvements. In order authorizing the mayor to execute a quitclaim deed for the conveyance of a Willow Run parcel with the City of Covington as grantor and Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, KYTC, as grantee for the purpose of the KYTC constructing a surface road parallel to the newly aligned I-71-75 corridor. In order authorizing the mayor to execute a grant of an exclusive temporary property easement agreement with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, KYTC, to allow KYTC access to parcel 401 throughout the Brent Spence Bridge BSB corridor construction project. In order approving a change order with Regular Blacktop authorized by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, KYTC. In order authorizing the mayor to execute a disposition and develop agreement with AM Titan Developments, LLC, associated with 1129 and 1131 Banklick Street and 1136 and 1138-40 Holman Avenue. In order accepting the resignation of Gaurav Suave, Tax Auditor, Finance Department, effective February 13th, 2026. In order approving the hire of Lauren Ballard as evidence technician in the Covington Police Department, effective March 1st, 2026. In order approving the hire of Mark Richardson as a contract officer pursuant to KRS 95.022, effective March 1st, 2026, and authoring the mayor to sign a contract peace officer agreement with Mark Richardson. In order authorizing city staff to submit an application to the 2026 Duke Energy Site Readiness Program for 2 commercial properties in Covington.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Okay, looking at the consent agenda, is everyone comfortable? I know there's a question probably on number 8.
Is that the Richardson hire?
That's the Richardson hire.
Yeah,
Need more background? I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Tebby,
Second.
second by Downing. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay. New business, Madam Clerk?
An ordinance amending the Covington Neighborhood Development Code, Chapter 158 of the Covington Code of Ordinances, to 1, allow changeable copy as part of a principal detached sign within the AUC Auto Urban Commercial District, and 2, adding a formula for the measurement of sign illumination.
This ordinance is considered to have its first reading. We encourage the public to please go on to the website and read the proposed ordinance, and if you have any questions, to reach out to your Board of Commissioners by email, or you can call them to ask about the proposed ordinance. Next order of business is commissioner comments. Vice Mayor.
Just a couple quick things. One, I know I spoke quite a bit earlier about the alcohol beverage law and the tiers and those sorts of things. I'll just say that I represent folks in all the tiers, and I very much appreciate the advocacy. And I didn't say this, but I will now. Obviously, personally, my business would be impacted, but there are dozens of businesses around here that I represent that would also be impacted. And I will never blame anyone for advocating for their business. I know that I said there wasn't a lot of representation for a certain tier, which leads me to my next point, which is why I want to thank Mr. Torres for your representation at the state level, and Mayor Washington. It's quite a big deal from the funds that we're getting to offset some of the flooding issues that we've experienced, to the advocacy for the businesses, to even the funds that we're getting to kind of offset what we're experiencing whenever the bridge closure happens. I've been here for a little bit, but I have not seen so much advocacy and success at that level since I've been here. And it's just incredible, and I just wanted to say thank you. Very, very much thank you, and that's it.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Commissioner Ackery.
I just want to point out again about the soccer sign-up for the Covington Rec Commission. It is live. We have about 40 kids already signed up, and we're hoping to get many more. So you'll keep hearing me say that until the sign-ups go down. So thank you. Let's go. That's good.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other comments? Seeing no other comments. Go ahead.
I stand corrected. Commissioner Tebby just told me there's 72 kids signed up now.
better.
So, thank you. Wonder Twins right here. He works for me. Thank you.
Other comments? I have one thing here. As winter weather begins to ease, many Covington residents may still see higher than expected heating bills. Even though temperatures are improving, the financial impact of extended energy use can continue into upcoming billing cycles. I want our residents to know that help is available through Duke Energy's Share the Light Fund. Assistance is available for individual and families who are struggling to pay their energy bills. This program is supported by voluntary contributions and administered locally through trusted community partners, including the Salvation Army, United Way of Greater Cincinnati, and the Northern Kentucky Community Action Commission. Residents are also encouraged to use Duke Energy's online payment assistance finder to explore payment plans, energy assistance grants, and budget billing options. If you or someone you know needs help, please visit Duke Energy's website or contact one of these local partner organizations. Thank you. So with that, we're going to entertain a motion to go into executive session. Can I have a motion for the commission to go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810, Section 1, Subsection B, for deliberations on the future acquisition or sale of real property by a public agency, and KRS 61.810, Section 1, Subsection C as in Charlie, for discussions regarding pending litigation. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Downing. Second. Second by Ackery. Discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We will now recess and go into executive session. Upon conclusion of the executive session, we will not be coming back into regular session. Have a good evening.